Well, we're officially in 2024 and it's time to see what Tesla stock would be in my bear case, base case, and bull case. Base case, you guys already know, 350, and that is my official price target for 2024, end of this year. Well, it doesn't have to be end of this year, it just has to hit 350, but the fundamentals by end of this year, what I'm predicting in terms of vehicle deliveries, revenue, profits, PE, sentiment, everything together, I'm saying it's 350. In 2022, I had a price target of 260 for 2023, and that happened to be my base case, but my official price target for 2023. And that was close. That was pretty much, I mean, we end off the year at 248, 250, but it hit 260 multiple times in 2023. Absolutely a sheesh moment. And let's see if we can get 2024 at 350. So that's going to be a sheesh moment. So that's my base case. Let's dive into the chart, how I got that number along with my bear case and my bull case. If you guys are ready, man, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, man. Let's go. So here's my Tesla stock price prediction chart that includes the vehicle deliveries, the average selling prices, the credit, services, leasing, energy, operating costs, taxes, income, everything that whatever Tesla shows in their income statement, it's here as well, and it's all formulated. So all I gotta do is put in the vehicle deliveries and bam, everything will come like magic. You guys will see. And if you guys are a regular viewer, you guys already know how this chart is. And there's a Patreon that you guys can have access to this chart and play around with the numbers all the way from now all the way till 2032, which I gotta update that as well, which I will as soon as Q4 earnings comes out, and you guys can check it out over here. But base case, as you guys can see, almost reaching 2.3 million vehicles. That's what I believe that they can deliver in 2024. Average selling price over $44,500, 1.75 billion in credits, services over 11 billion, with the profits being almost at 1 billion, leasing at 2.3 billion, almost again reaching $1 billion. And you guys can see the bear case and the base case next to it. Services in the bear case is 10.5 compared to 11.15, and in the bull case is 12 billion. Same thing with the leasing, which I'll explain more as we keep doing the respected cases. Vehicle gross profits of 17.4% in the base case, 17% in the bear case, and 17.8% in the bull case. Energy total revenue over 8.5 billion in the base case, bull case 9 billion, bear case 7.5, and the profits there as well. Operating costs almost reaching 13 billion in the base case, in the bull case 13 billion. And in the bear case 12 billion. Taxes for all is 1 billion. Other income, which includes interest, is at the same for all of them at 1.85. Stock-based compensation for all is about 2 billion, and shares outstanding diluted for all of them to 3.5 billion outstanding shares. For the base case, as you guys see, $350 per share, market cap of over $1.1 trillion, a PE of 109, and I do believe this is realistic and achievable. Why? Because by end of 2024, there is going to be rate cuts. And if we do have rate cuts, Tesla will increase prices or at least keep them the same. We got the Cybertruck ramping. Yes, this has a drag on margins, which is already included here, but that affects the average selling price higher. And you know, the stock market is forward looking, guys, right? By end of 2024, people are going to be excited for 2025 and 2026. And if full self-driving is near, and if Cybertruck is about to go profitable, right? There's a lot of things that can get baked into PE. The PE is not all about fundamentals. There's a lot about investor behavior and what they really feel like, believe it or not. So if investors are very optimistic and they're looking at a very good, bright future for Tesla in 2025, 2026, and there's a lot of things that isn't projected into the stock or isn't projected in the fundamentals that later will, they will pay more. They will pay a premium for it. And 109 PE, I think it's fair for Tesla. I mean, right now, I think the PE should be around 150, doubling what the stock price is right now at the current moment. But 109 by end of 2024 of 350, I think is realistic and achievable. Now, what's interesting about the base case that you guys should know is that yes, revenue is pretty much $125 billion, but net income gap is still not hitting record or hitting the same as 2022 levels. So we're down about $1 billion on that. So that is pretty interesting. If this becomes true, that would only mean 2025 is going to be a record year for Tesla. This year, 2024, it's a recovery year for Tesla. Nothing more and nothing less. Any surprises? I mean, we have the BP, oil giants, and all those other guys trying to adapt the supercharger and buying superchargers from Tesla. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot more surprises in that field coming, which those aren't included here either. So anywho, that's for base case. Let's see what the bear case will be and the bull case will be. Smash that like button, guys, because I know it's not Guys, come on. Smash that like button, man. Come on, let's go. Bear case. For the average selling price in the bear case, I have it at $44,000, down from 44. Now, this is still an increase compared to 2023, but still not as high. In this case, I am expecting Tesla, or I am predicting Tesla will continue to do price cuts and very little interest rate cuts. So that is what's reflecting that. And as a result of that, Tesla will be more keen in selling more credits, automotive credits, up to 2 billion. Services, even though that's more than 2023, it won't be high as the base case because we're not selling as many vehicles, and you guys will see what I'm predicting for the bear case, about 10.5. Profits as well. And leasing, because interest rates are still high, people are not leasing as many as we saw in Q4 of 2023 in their delivery and production report. And by the way, this revenue number is less than 2023's number. So yeah, it's not looking good. Vehicle gross profits of 17%. Energy, as we discussed before. Operating costs, I brought it down to 12 billion because if demand is not there, Tesla will not be piling more operating costs to make more vehicles, as we see right now in Texas and Berlin. Right now, Shanghai is doing the heavy lifting for Tesla at the moment. So that's why I brought it down about $800 million for the bear case. Now, let's see what the profits and revenue will be after we put the vehicle deliveries in. I'm predicting in 2024 in the bear case, 2.1.5 million vehicle deliveries. And bam, look at that. We get a total GAAP gross margin of 18.4% compared to 18.6%. Total annual revenue of 117 billion compared to the base case of 125 billion. Operating margin of 8.1% compared to 8.4%. So that's good. We are going to be in a higher margin for that year, but for the full year of 2024, 8.1%. I mean, it could be better. It could be better. And then we got the net income gap of 8.5 billion compared to 11.3 billion. And if they do 8.5 billion in the bear case for 2024, that's less than 2023's, and that's not really gonna look good for the stock unless there's some good news coming that 2025 is going to be. But in terms of financials, this is 2 years straight in a row that their profits is going lower and lower, which is not good for the stock, and Wall Street would not like that. But again, guys, this is the bear case. We get an EPS non-GAAP of $2.95 compared to $3.76 in the base case, what I'm predicting, what I believe is going to happen. An EPS diluted, which is the most important part, which we go based on when we're doing the stock prices and all that kind of stuff, $2.38. That's actually lower than 2023's. About like 30 cents, which is not good compared to 320, which I have here for the base case. Now the stock price, if we give the same PE as the base case of 109, there's a stock price of 260. Oh wow, look at that. My price target for 2023. Now here is the thing. Again, this all comes back to sentiment at that time, which will be end of 2023. And if there is a good sign that, okay, now we're trying to cut rates even more, and we have a market sentiment, macro environment sentiment that the market is going to be really good, cars are going to thrive, and let's say FSD is coming, and we have many other things, energy is roaring up and all that kind of stuff. Even at that, a PE of 109 is a bit too high if they come out with this net income. Yes, their revenue is growing. And if Tesla comes out and says, yeah, 2025 is not going to be that great of a year, if guidance doesn't come as well, I can see the PE being at 100 at the max as the bear case, right? And that's $2.38. I can even see PE going as like 90. If it wants to go below 200, that's a PE of around what, 83, around there. Around there does make sense for Tesla. The guidance for 2025 and onwards does not seem to be that bright, and interest rate cuts are not coming as nicely, but there's a lot of things that are priced in the stock. 83 PE, I think, would make sense. That would be my bear case around the 200 mark. Let's put 84, so it's 200 per share. A market cap just over $600 million. Oh,
Pejjy, man, 84 PE is still too high for Tesla, man. What are you doing?
It may be high for a bear case, I agree, but you have to understand margins have bottomed 8.1%, and it only gets better from here. Whether it's even 0.1% more, it gets better from here. And there's so many things that Tesla's doing that aren't in the income statement, that will be in the income statement. So giving it a high PE, here's the thing with Tesla, it's very hard to evaluate this company. It really is, because they have so much innovation and money invested in future things that aren't included in the income sheet, that once it's there, it just rockets up. Take 2020, for example, where it just rocketed up when everyone was like, oh wow, EVs are the next thing, and these are the first guys to do it, and now they're gonna make a whole bunch of money, which they are right now on their EVs, despite slashing their prices by 30% in flip insane. This I see happening with FSD and with, well, energy is now creeping in. So, and other things that Tesla's doing as well. So that's why giving Tesla a high PE makes sense. It just makes sense. Now, that's the bear case. Let's go on to the bull case. And guys, smash that like button because I think you guys will like the bull case here. In the credits, because Tesla is doing really well in the bull case, I brought the credits down to 1.65 billion. Services, because obviously in the bull case, they're going to deliver more vehicles. Services are going to be a whole lot more. I increased it to 12 billion. Leasing, because rate cuts are in full effect. They're getting cut more aggressively than we thought, and so more people will be more interested in leasing or even financing a vehicle because interest rates have come down. 17.8% for vehicle gross profits here, because again, average selling price is $45,000. Everything is in full effect. Cybertruck is going more than expected. They're trying to make money on the Cybertruck, all that good stuff. Total energy revenue of 9 billion and profits of 2.5 billion. That's 2x from 2023 till now. Operating costs of 13 billion because they're just doing more, they're producing more, they're building more. And now let's put the vehicle deliveries for the bull case, and I think it's gonna be 2.4. Now here's the thing, guys, before I click enter, in the bear case, that's a growth of vehicles because we did 1.8 million, a bit more than that in 2023. In 2024, if the bear case comes true, that's a growth of 19% for vehicle deliveries. If the base case comes true, that's about 25%, which I think that's going to happen. In the bull case, that's about a 33% growth. And this is all without Tesla having any compact car. As soon as that thing comes, I think we're back to the 40 to 50% growth rate because Tesla's doing this without the compact car, which is absolutely insane. But anyways, 2.4 million vehicle deliveries, and bam, take a look at that. Total GAAP gross margin of almost 19%. Sheesh! Revenue of over $133 billion. Operating margin of 9.1%. That is really good. And take a look at this net income GAAP reaching a record of $13 billion. Now again, the previous record was in 2022 of $12.56 billion. We're beating that of $13 billion. That is a sheesh moment. And take a look at this, guys. EPS non-GAAP of $4.23 and EPS diluted GAAP of $3.67. That is really good. That is amazing. The stock price here, if we gave it the same PE as the base case, that's a stock price of $400 per share and a market cap of reaching 1.3 trillion. Again, the stock price is not reaching the all-time high, even in the bull case in 2024. So that is a sheesh moment. The question is, will 109 be appropriate PE for Tesla in the bull part? In my opinion, again, this is all comes down to opinion, what it would be. If Tesla does have a PE of 109 and they do all these numbers in the bull case, that would mean that there's a lot of heavy growth coming for Tesla in 2025 and 2026, giving the stock of 400 or 1.3 trillion market cap. However, though, I'm going to be conservative here and say 109 is the max that I can see this happening. I'm going to go down to a PE of 100 of around 367. I think that's more realistic when it comes to that. If you want to give this a 350 price target as I have with 2024 with all these numbers, that would be a PE of 95, which again, I don't think that's because I think 109 would make sense if everything is looking really good and everything is bullish and we have rate cuts going down and Tesla's increasing prices and things are moving a whole lot faster and better than everyone expected. 109, even if I want to be extra pushy, 120 of 440, even 125 of like 460, I can even accept that. But 109, I think that makes sense, giving the same PE as the base case of $400 per share. So this is my Tesla 2024 bear case, base case, and bull case analysis. Bear case being as low as $200 per share, base case, which is my price target of 350, and bull case as high as $400 per share. And I mentioned time and time again, 2024 is going to be a recovery year for Tesla. And I do think it's going to be a flat year for Tesla. And what is flat year? It means it's trading between the all-time high and the 52-week low, which will be around $100 per share. So anything between here, it can even touch the all-time high. that stock is still staying flat because it's not breaking out or breaking down. And in 2024, I do think it's going to be flat, but at a higher flat of 350 or a bit higher than that. That's what I think 2024 is going to be. But that's my analysis. 2025 is going to be an awesome year for Tesla, given the fact that interest rates do go down and Tesla does bring out the compact car and continue to bring their COGS down for each vehicle, and FSD comes out and energy continues to go up. It's going to be a good year. It's a great long-term hold. And for 2024, if you're looking to 10x your money again for Tesla, I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen, at least in 2024. It's a great year to accumulate shares. I mean, 2023 and 2022 was amazing years to accumulate shares. But 2024, I think, is probably going to be the last year that you can accumulate as many shares as you can before we go to the flipping moon. Not financial advice, or a prediction. This is what I think is going to happen, the base case. And for someone who's going all in into Tesla stock, I'm going to slowly buy more shares and more aggressively when it dips even more, because once FSD comes out, it's not just FSD, guys. It's the licensing and it's the robotaxis and those things. That's what Tesla's going to be in the future. And then after that, it's going to be the bot, which I can't even comprehend. Which, if you guys, by the way, if you guys seen, I did not add FSD here in this chart. I did not add anything to do with their AI, nothing. It's just their energy and their vehicles. That is all. If FSD beta goes to China, then we can see the average selling prices go even more higher. If they don't want to separate the FSD and the income statement, I do expect average selling price to go higher because that's how they do it. So that is my estimate for 2024 bear, base, and bull case. What is your estimate for your bear case, base case, and bull case for 2024? Comment down below. I'm very interested to know what you guys have and what you guys think is going to happen. Overall, I don't think we're going to see 2024 as a bad year as 2022 was. I think all that has already been priced in, and that was just a big, massive panic year in 2022 when the stock went down to $100 per share, which I'm thankful for because I put in everything I could around that. And I'm pretty happy about that. Unless a black swan happens out of nowhere, I don't see anything like that happening this year and onwards. So let's see what happens. But here's the thing, guys, 2024 is just 1 year, right? We long-term investors, we don't care about 2024, 2025, 2026. I mean, it's fun tracking the company, but we're here for the long term, at least 20-30. And here's what I predict what the stock price could be in 20-30. Obviously, it's just a prediction and not facts. Always do your DD, but you'll find value here. Guys, get your About the Dip t-shirt, one right now, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya.